What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. I'm Landmine, and today we're going to be talking a little bit of WWE. Based on what we saw last Friday on Smackdown, I invited my friend Troll again to talk a little bit about what's going on and where we see the Bloodline storyline going. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on, Troll? Welcome. How are you?
Good. Always a pleasure being back here.
Yeah, man. Listen, I know we talked last week a little bit about where we see what's next for Cody, and they pretty much did exactly what we thought, right? Like the whole AJ Styles, LA Knight thing, and we'll find out soon enough, but we both believe it's going to be AJ Styles. It just makes more sense.
Yep,
but
100%. Another
story has revealed itself on SmackDown. As you saw, if you haven't already seen it, Solo attacked Jimmy, and there was a reveal of another member joining in, Tama Tonga. I hope I didn't botch that name, but there's another member of the Bloodline, and they are saying that it was the orders of the tribal chief. But is it The Rock? So that's what I ask you. After what we saw on SmackDown, do you believe The Rock is the new tribal chief?
I think he is, and the reason being is that Roman didn't do what he meant to do. We gave him Bloodline rules. He still lost the match. You know, it was supposed to be Roman versus The Rock. And now The Rock is like, I got to do this on my own. You know, he did mention that Cody's going to come after him. So I guess that he's trying to find a way of doing it. And it might be, you know, taking over the Bloodline, you know, with Roman being out right now. So I feel things happen. You know, you did discuss that, you know, there's a phone call that was made to Paul Heyman. Where Solo got the phone and slammed it on the floor.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know who Paul Heyman was calling. It was Roman Reigns.
It was Roman Reigns, the actual tribal chief, according to what we know, right? So that's one thing that's gotten me. And we talked a little bit before we started recording here, is that if it was Roman who called, why would Solo be so angry to take the phone from Paul Heyman to then smash it, as if whatever Roman has to say doesn't matter, which has me thinking, is The Rock the new tribal chief? And what's also, I was telling you this too, what's also getting to me is that both Roman and Jimmy lost, and they said there are consequences for losing. So does that automatically make The Rock the new head of the table, the tribal chief? He also has a title, which is kind of cringe, walking around with the People's Champ title. But does it automatically just push him in the front to be the leader of the Bloodline?
I think it does. Remember, in WrestleMania, he was the one that pinned Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
It was The Rock. So,
and it was clean, too.
It was clean, yeah. So he pinned Cody. It wasn't Roman Reigns. So maybe he is trying to say, look, you know, I'm taking over. There are consequences. We have to trim the fat. And that's what he's doing now. And he's just taking over behind the scenes. And everything that we thought back in the day of the setup of, you know, them taking over and The Rock with the, you know, the L and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't to do it at WrestleMania. It was to do it little by little behind the Roman Reigns' back without him knowing and taking over the Bloodline behind them.
What I'm questioning. Yeah. What I was going to ask you, I just thought about this right now. Does he have this conversation with the elders, meaning that, look, Roman lost. He's no longer the champion. Jimmy lost to his brother. I'm the only one that won at WrestleMania against who is now the new champion. Am I not the heir of the head of the table, the Bloodline? Am I not that guy? And it's crazy because there's a lot of time between now and to what may potentially be a matchup at SummerSlam between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. The Raw after WrestleMania, The Rock says, I'm going to see you, whether it be you a champion or without the champion. I need to face you one-on-one. And it's starting to feel like that may be true more now, because we got that little like snippet of a battle between them, but we still want to see the Roman and Rock at WrestleMania, the biggest stage ever. Now the question is Roman going to turn into the face, where you have the final boss, The Rock, this big bad heel kicking everyone out of the Bloodline, and now you have Roman with his original Bloodline members of Jay and Jimmy Uso and himself, and now The Rock has Solo and Tama Tonga and possibly Jacob Fatu, who recently has signed a deal with the WWE but has yet to be released to the world for them to see who the new member is, or potentially who the new member may be. So my question is, what happens Now, though, do Solo and Tama Tonga get involved in Jey Uso's title match coming up for Backlash?
I think 100%. And it's funny because the title is Backlash. So there is backlash for what Jey has done by beating Jimmy and what's happened with the bloodline. So that's the backlash they're going to give to him. I think they're going to get involved. I think Jimmy's going to come out, try doing a save. You know, Damian Priest is still going to win, but it's going to set up the future dates until we get into SummerSlam or Survivor Series down the road. So I think those four can run it together for 3 or 4 months, you know, and then Roman might come out, you know, on a special appearance. I think The Rock is doing some movies now, but he should be done eventually. So it should leave him up to SummerSlam. So
yeah, right now The Rock, he already said it. He's leaving for Hollywood, so there's some time between now and then before The Rock gets involved again. This also leads to the question as we continue our journey through from now to WrestleMania 41. So we may see Rock Cody come SummerSlam. I was also thinking maybe we see Roman solo SummerSlam, and then we'll see Jey and Jimmy against maybe Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. After that, we'll see them later on down the line where they all come and clash together at Survivor Series. Can that have any stipulation where it leads into SummerSlam? Like whoever wins here's bloodline rules or whatever the case may be, however they want to flip that story leading into WrestleMania, because then that would lead like, oh, I'm going to see our WrestleMania, The Rock, Roman, what we wanted at 40, but we're going to get at 41. And I think this may even be better because now there are more people involved and more of that family tree that was revealed to us.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 100%. I think, like we're stating, Clash of the Castles after Backlash, I think that'll be the tag team match between, you know, Solo and Tama versus the Usos. We'll go to Money in the Bank. I think one of them is going to be in Money in the Bank. Okay. And that might be where Roman comes out and interferes. Maybe Solo or Tama might be in the ladder match. Setting up SummerSlam. I think then from there, like you said, Survivor Series, we just don't know who the fourth member for Roman's team will be.
Yeah, which should be interesting.
I think that will be.
Yeah. Because I think it will leave us guessing. I mean, we talked about it when we were recording. You said Rikishi. I feel like Rikishi may be too old. It'll be fun to see that because it's the Usos' father, and it'll be Rikishi going against his youngest son, Solo. So that'll be a lot of fun. But does this hurt Roman in any way if he is then turned face? Is the final boss a bad of a heel, a great of a heel rather, to make Roman be likable to the audience? Does something bad need to have to happen to Roman and the Usos for everyone to feel sorry for them and make them the face?
Yes, and it's called Paul Heyman.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh, so you're saying Paul Heyman turns on? Oh wow.
Yep.
Yo, you just got me. I did not even think about that.
The mastermind of everything just turns it all around on all of them.
Wow.
Yep. Because he's done it many times.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't think about it because of the relationship, having Roman, you know, have him induct him to the Hall of Fame. This is even greater because now it makes him, oh my God. You put Paul Heyman with The Rock. It's over. It's over.
The thing, remember, Paul Heyman only goes with someone with a title. CM Punk with a title. Brock Lesnar with a title. Roman with a title. Roman doesn't have it anymore. You're not my tribal chief anymore. That guy's my tribal chief.
Oh my God. So in the meantime and in between time, he's still Roman's side because obviously he's scared of what Solo is.
He's the mole in the group feeding information.
Wow.
Yep.
I just thought about this right now for that Survivor Series, right? Maybe there isn't another bloodline member, like a real member, but what if they bring the Usi himself and we have the Usos, we have Roman, and then we have our Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn, join, if he is still champion at that time. I hope he is. Join them, and it's the original, like, team.
I think that'll be perfect.
That'll be a lot of fun, right?
Good. Yep.
I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I think this is just the beginning of a even greater storyline. We thought once this was done, it was just gonna die down a little bit, but what they did on SmackDown, man, this is great storytelling. What do you feel overall about this whole bloodline story? Is it getting better to you? Is it just getting interesting? Is it dying?
I thought it was gonna die, and it's just getting way better.
Yeah.
And what you just said right now with Survivor Series, if they can bring back the 4 and 4, that's elimination, but it's like actual stories. Back in the day, remember the you know, King Lawler and Bret Hart and their teams and stuff like that. That's what I like. It's actual teams and actual
storylines,
storylines going on in Survivor Series. I think it's just, if that happens, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
it's gonna lead us into WrestleMania. We're all gonna be excited.
Oh, this is gonna be great, man. Just thinking of the possibilities, man. So that's it for this segment. I wanted to ask you one question before we go. We saw what Jay's about to do, but what happens after Cody and his potential opponent? Does Cody get involved somehow with the bloodline? Because there's still connection there, but I feel like after whoever he faces at Backlash, what happens next for Cody still? Does he still need to be involved in some way, somehow with the bloodline? Or is there a new opponent down the line that we don't know about?
I think we have to wait till the draft. I think like once the draft happens in the next 2 weeks, we'll know more. I mean, honestly, who like Clash of the Castle, I'd rather see the Usos versus Solo versus and Tama than Tama going after the title, or Solo, who hasn't won a match, going for the title. I think they need to build those two up. Before Cody has a anything with the bloodline right now. Because I think the final boss is going to be it.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, the whole final boss in Cody, does that still make him involved in the whole bloodline story? I don't think so. I feel like he has to do his own thing before he gets to see The Rock. And then how does The Rock become like the #1 contender out of nowhere come SummerSlam? How does he get involved at that point?
I think it's Cody. Cody
just wants to fight him. Yeah. After you beat me at SummerSlam, I want my respect. Okay. I could deal with that. All right, this is great, man. Yo, thank you again so much, Troll. This is great. I love these conversations. This is great. You blew my mind with the Paul Heyman thing, but thank you so much for joining. Again, if you want to find our one and only Mr. Angry Troll, follow him on YouTube and wherever you are on social media. Mr. Angry Troll, thank you again, man. I appreciate your time.
No problem, man. Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. Until next time, keep gaming. Peace.